Hello, it's me again. Today I want to give my comment on physical media packaging. So you know that I am a very huge Disney fan. So I really love Disney movies and I collect Disney movies on multiple physical media formats. But there's this one type of packaging that is really great that I think it's a beautiful packaging that I've seen lots of collectors purchase this packaging for the 100th anniversary edition of Disney, the Disney Classics box set that includes all of the Disney catalogs from 1937 to, there are different versions, some through 2018 and some through 2023. Those Disney Classics box set that they were making this type of album, some sort of an album, and the discs they're inside this digibook type of thing. And um, there are reasons why I do not have that packaging in my collection. First of all, it's because of the price. I think that is the number one reason why I do not have that packaging, that 100th anniversary edition of Disney, that special box set. I think that is too expensive for me. And of course, it's not available in my region because the distributor for Disney in my area, it was closed back in 2018. So we can't have new Disney releases here. So certainly that particular box set was released to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Disney, but there are different box sets that were released prior to that. I just recently saw this these reels on Instagram of a collector showing the special Disney Classics box set that will give you the Disney movies from 1937, so from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, all the way to 2018, and the latest film at that time, it was Ralph Breaks the Internet. So it was before the 100th anniversary edition of Disney. The 100th anniversary edition packaging, it will be a lot more expensive and includes a lot more movies in that packaging because there are, I think, 100 movies in that box set. Again, the first thing is the price. The price would be too expensive for me, and to import that one from the US to Indonesia, that will cost a lot. I read a lot of comments there are YouTubers who they either got the packaging for free or they purchased that because they have money, and the comments is like, it's too expensive for me. So even for people in the United States or in Europe, that packaging is still too expensive. Imagine that for me, that would be extra expensive. So money is the number one reason, of course, I'm not going to lie. The second thing is that I already have most of the Disney movies in the catalog. So I got like most of them on the individual packaging. So I don't think I would need to buy those again because that would be just like double dipping things that I already got. And I actually prefer the individual packaging over that one single package. I don't really like how they host the disc, how they package the disc. Is like the Blu-ray of some of the Blu-ray here that I got is the Blu-ray of Alien, and perhaps Star Wars and also Indiana Jones. So these Blu-rays, I don't like the way they put the disc. So basically, the special packaging for Disney is basically like a book like this one, and the configuration of the disc is exactly the same as this one. So they just slide the disc inside the paper sleeve like that. So I don't really like this type of packaging because I think this is not really protecting the disc from scratches or from dirt. I prefer to have them on the individual standard keep case to protect the disc. And I think that would be a lot easier also to take the disc in and put it back inside the packaging after you watch the movie. So yeah, I don't like the packaging. I even decided not to purchase the new Titanic 4K box set. Like the one that I got is the old box set of Titanic because the disc is basically just inside this standard Blu-ray packaging. The new version, the 4K version with the box set, is basically just like that Blu-ray of Star Wars. So there's this booklet, and they just host the disc inside the booklet. It's like in the at last page of the booklet, so they just slide the two discs in. I don't like that configuration. First, I already got the standard 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray of Titanic, so I don't really need to buy the box set because there's no added value there, and also because of the configuration. And again, because I do not have that extra money. If I have that much of money, I probably would buy that as well. But I don't have extra money, and I don't really feel that that is necessary. So even if I got extra money, I probably would, think twice before buying the new Titanic release or that Disney packaging, because I already got the individual movies. So for example, we take some of my Disney movies over there. So these are the individual releases of the Disney movies. I got them already, so I don't think I need to buy the the box set version, because if I do buy that packaging, that will probably be more of a cosmetic for me. So it's more like a display rather than the way to watch the movie. And I do prefer having them individually because they look very, very good on the shelf. So I like the idea of the O-ring package design. So this package design is called the O-ring design. Let me try to take one packaging. This Blu-ray of Raya and the Last Dragon is called the O-ring package design because they made this uniformed, and on the spine you can find the title and also the number of the movie. So this movie is number 58 in the Disney Classics catalog. So the actual keep case is basically the standard release, and it's not uniform, but the slipcover is uniform. So they made uniform slipcover, which is great. And I prefer this one because they would look very, very good on the shelf. They look like a single package, a single package, like a uniform release. I really, really like that. And I prefer that because they will look really, really good on the shelf. And also, I do like them individually because I think, with the special edition box set that contains the entire Disney catalog, I think most of them or all of them are a single disc edition only. But we all know that there are like the Platinum edition and the Diamond edition. They got multiple discs. They have 2 discs, so there are special features that we are missing in the box set edition. So I would prefer them on the single packaging, so just one film, like that one. So just one movie at a time, like this one. The standard normal packaging, one film, and we have the extra special features in each of them, that would be great for me. Or if they make something like the Ghibli steelbook that I also collect, um, make it uniformed, but also there are like special booklets inside, because each Disney movie, they have their own stories, amazing stories. So I think it would be very, very great if we can have the entire Disney catalog individually in a uniform package design and with extra special features, because it is such a shame for me to I think, if we do not really give as much as we could for the Disney movies, because we know that each Disney movie, it has its own history behind it. So it would be really, really great if we can have them individually, and then we can have each and every one of them has a single booklet detailing the behind the scenes stories, what happened when this was released, and what really, really I mean, the trivias, the background of the making of the movie, and also perhaps some production notes, and also some facts about the release, or the premiere. That would really, really be extremely great if we can have that. Um, Basically, having the platinum edition and the diamond edition, but for all of the Disney movies. So far we only got the Platinum Edition for select Disney titles only, like perhaps Snow White, and then Pinocchio, Cinderella. We got The Lion King. We got Sleeping Beauty. We got 101 Dalmatians, but not the entire catalog. It would be so great if we can have the entire Disney catalog in the individual releases with like the Platinum Edition, that got the same treatment as the Platinum Edition, make the packaging more uniformed, but give extra special features to those releases, because of the history of the Disney movies is just so rich. The behind the scenes stuff, I think that would be a lot greater. So yeah, as a Disney fan, looking at those fancy packaging of the Disney movies, those look really, really great and beautiful. I'm not going to lie that if I have lots and lots and lots of money, I probably would buy that too. But I'm not loaded, I'm not wealthy, I'm not rich, I don't have that much of money. So I think that would not be wise. That would be a financial suicide if I decided to buy that, box set of the Disney movies, because that would be extremely expensive. And also because I already have most of the Disney classics in my collection, the individual releases, and I also have them in different formats. I have them on the DVD format, I have them on video CD format. So adding another one would be like having too many Disney copies that I would not probably watch. So yeah, if I have extra money, I perhaps would buy it and use that as a display in my collection. But if I think about it logically, that is not really logical, having the individual releases and the price, and then also the configuration, how they store the disc. I just don't like the way they store the disc, as I showed you on those Blu-rays of the Indiana Jones, of Star Wars. Is basically the same configuration, basically sliding the disc inside this paper sleeve. That is not really, really good. I really will try to avoid this type of packaging if I can. So yeah, it's a beautiful packaging. I'm not going to lie. It's a beautiful, fancy packaging of Disney movies. And again, I'm not going to sound like a hypocrite saying that that is a stupid idea and I will not buy that if I have money. If I have the money, I probably would buy that in a heartbeat, because it's Disney. And I am a hardcore Disney fan. I really, really love those Disney movies, especially having those classics, the entire classics on Blu-ray. I only got several of them on, I mean, I still got like some of them on DVD and on video CD. I don't have some titles on Blu-ray because those are not available in my area, and I haven't be able to find those titles. So having them in my possession would be so great. But yeah, it's just not my preference. So even if I got money, again, I'm not going to say that I won't buy that. If I have the money, I probably would. But if I look at my philosophy of collecting and think of it logically, I probably also would not buy it, because if people ask me what is your preferred packaging for the Disney movie, I'm still going to say I prefer the individual releases. So like the O-ring, when I see people's collection, when they got the slipcover, the O-ring slipcover, they look really good on the shelf. They look like a library. So my movie shelf can really look like a movie library. But those O-ring releases, they're not really complete. Most of them, they're the single Blu-ray, not a combo packs, and they're not the special edition. They're not the platinum editions. They're just a single disc. So I don't really want that either. I want the complete set. I want individual movies on the individual packaging with the uniformed packaging like the O-ring packaging, but more complete with special features like the platinum edition, and each of them got their own booklet inside, which would be so great. So that would make the movie shelf like really like a library, because inside each disc, it's like having like perhaps the Criterion collection. Like for example, this Criterion collection of Pinocchio. Imagine if this is the Disney's Pinocchio and it's an individual release, and then we got the booklet, telling the journey of creating Pinocchio. I mean, the photograph of Walt Disney there talking about making Pinocchio, the behind the scenes inside this booklet. So that will make my movie collection, my movie library, like really like a real library. It's not just a library of movie, but library of cinema history and library in general, where you can learn so much stuff just by pulling a DVD from the shelf and then open the DVD, and when you watch the movie, you can open the booklet, just like CDs basically. I mean, they could do that for CDs. Why can't do that for DVDs and Blu-ray? So yeah. So that is my opinion about the special case, the Disney box set, the 100th anniversary special, or other special box sets. They're very beautiful for a display. And if you ask me, would I buy it if I have the money? I would. But if you ask me, is that my most preferred or my favorite package design? I would say no, that is not my favorite one. My favorite one, and my hope, is still the standard Blu-ray packaging. Make them individual but uniformed, and with as many extra as possible crammed inside the disc and inside the packaging itself. The booklets, special features, those things, wonderful menus, etc. So yeah, that is my opinion. Also, to keep the disc, like it secure the disc more securely. Secure the disc more securely, yeah, because it's not like inserting the disc inside a paper sleeve. Is basically just like a standard Blu-ray packaging. So it's the safest type of packaging. But sadly, we can't have that. Even the O-ring one is not really uniform. I mean, the only thing that is uniform is the O-ring slipcover, but the artwork inside is not uniformed, and then the selections inside is also not uniformed. I mean, the disc artwork is not uniformed, so they're not from the same line. Like, I mean, the Platinum Edition line and the Diamond Edition line, the Signature Collection line, they're not from the same line. So it's like they're plucking from this edition, the Gold Edition, they're taking from the Platinum Edition, and then just add the O-ring slipcover. So that is not uniform. I want to see a uniform line of Disney DVDs and Blu-rays that are curated the way they were curating the Platinum Edition and the Diamond Edition, not the Signature Collection, because the Signature Collection is really a bare bones. So it's very empty, the Signature Collection. I'm really disappointed by the Signature Collection. So yeah, if Disney one day they wanted to curate, they want to release the entire Disney catalog with a higher level of treatment, like the Platinum Edition, and they offer like the job, I would just, I probably would volunteer myself. Can I, be on the team to curate the selection? I will just pick the special features like from the Platinum Edition. Oh, you must include this, you must include that, and which special features should come first, which documentary should come first, this or that, which artwork we should use for the front cover and for the disc, those things, and what should be inside the booklet. I really want to curate that. So if even if it's probably unpaid, it's a volunteer. I will volunteer myself to do that because I really want to see that happening. But that is very unlikely. But yeah, that is my opinion about the special packaging and generally speaking about this type of disc packaging that I don't really like. So yeah. I think that's all that I wanted to share with you at this very moment. If you're still with me, I sincerely say thank you very much. Take care and goodbye.